Here. Here. Feel. Here. Feel. Think.
Deep in the desert of my heart, a lonely flower blooms, yearning for the heavens above to quench my thirst for you. Ah! Opa! I would thank you to not sneak up on me like that. And please be advised that this is private property. Unless you have pertinent business here, I must ask you to explain yourself. You're at the behest of Yida and Papa Lemo? My sincerest apologies. May I please have your name? I mean, you can borrow it, but... Ah, here you are. I bid you welcome to the Waking Sands, headquarters of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. My name is Tartaru, and I look forward to assisting you during your time with us. The antecedent is within the Solar. I shall let her know to expect you. Dawn. Mob. Take it you are Falkith Underi. Tartaru sent word that you had arrived. Lady Menphilia has eagerly awaited your coming. This way, if you please. Because all my stuff's probably better. Yo.
You're the adventurer of whom I've heard so much.
Yo, they have voices. These people can actually talk for themselves. It's awesome.
Well met, friend. My name is Menphilia, and I lead the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
The pleasure's all mine.
I have awaited your coming. Please, be at ease. You are among friends here.
No, I'm not. The only ones of you that I know. I mean, they've been nice to me and all, but I wouldn't say we're friends, more like workplace associates? Workplace acquaintances? I wouldn't go so far as to say that we're friends. I mean, that could be rude of me, but...
No doubt you are ripe to burst with questions. But have patience. All will be revealed in time. First, let me begin by telling you who we are and what we do. We are the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, an order that transcends political boundaries. Our single objective is the preservation of the future of Eorzea.
Okay. Oops. I was turning the volume up.
Our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Their existence is a bane upon Eorzea, nay, the world at large, and we have striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose. Our order is home to a number of individuals who, like you, possess a rare and special talent. This talent takes various forms, but one holds particular interest for us. Tell me, have you ever experienced a sudden, inexplicable loss of consciousness?
Well, now that you mention it, I was at this shindig up in Gridania, and I passed out in the middle of it and woke up a few days later in a fucking room that I didn't know where I was and shit, yeah.
Have you ever had the sensation of being pulled away from reality? Felt as though you were hovering in space, a mind without a body?
Every time that big crystal talks to me.
All these things are the manifestations of your talent. Yours is the power to transcend the boundaries of the soul, a power known as the Echo.
Nice.
The echo allows you to pass through the walls of a man's soul and hear the resonations of his past. You will be there in his memories and see things as he saw them. You may even interact with that which you see, though you cannot change the outcome of events. For another blessing, the echo will enable you to know a man's mind even if you cannot comprehend his words. In short, the echo is a truly extraordinary power, and this power is strong within you.
Well, yeah, because that's, I'm a warrior of light reincarnated.
We cannot use it whensoever we choose. That's right. I too possess the echo.
Nice. Did we just become best friends?
With that established, let us return to the subject of the primals. So long as they exist, the realm cannot take so much as a single step towards true peace. Measures must be taken. Measures which transcend boundaries, be they of faction, race, language, or creed. And to do so, the Scions require the aid of those with our talent.
But why can't we take a step towards true peace with the primals there? Because the only kind of peace that can be had is peace through superior firepower? And these primals are sounding a lot like firepower? So maybe it's because they have the nukes and we don't?
Make no mistake, the Echo will be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. Without it, we cannot hope to save the realm. I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea.
I'm not sure how I got here either.
But I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose.
I would hope so.
Why else would the gods entrust man with a gift so extraordinary, if not to have him use it?
I'm not a man, I'm like half dragon.
And so I implore you, lend us your power.
Well, I mean, you asked so nicely. Naturally, your aid will not go unrewarded. We are fortunate to have a number of influential allies, and at a word from me, they will gladly afford you certain privileges that might otherwise be denied you. The right to employ retainers, for example, are you familiar with them? They are individuals that may be relied upon to manage your assets and belongings on your behalf. The papers you requested, my lady. Are you already drawn up formal contracts and shit for me? Thank you, Tataru. The pleasure is mine, milady. By way of a welcoming gift, I have taken the liberty of adding your name to the retainer's registry. As of now, you are entitled to employ the services of a retainer. You will need to consult a retainer vocat regarding the particulars of this arrangement, but believe me when I say that retainers will prove invaluable to you in your adventuring endeavors. Let this gesture serve as evidence of our commitment to do all in our power to facilitate your personal objectives. In return, we ask that you aid us to the fullest extent of your talents. A mutually beneficial relationship, I am sure you will agree, and one which serves the greater good besides. Well, that was a veritable lecture, was it not? Forgive me, but it is important that all concerned are aware of what is expected of them. Now you know our purpose and what we can offer you. I invite you to consider joining us when you have come to a decision. You may tell me without fear of censure. In good faith, I shall entrust you with our order's password, which our members use to reach one another when afield. It is Wild Rose. Pray keep it safe. We Scions have but one objective, to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Among our gravest concerns are the godlike beings known as the Primals. Long have we striven to find a lasting solution to the threat they pose, I know not what it is you desire for yourself, nor what it was that first brought you to Eorzea, but I firmly believe that the power we possess was given to us for a purpose. Pray consider this when you give me your answer. I will go whither the wild rose blooms. Yours is no small endeavor, the dangers are great. Sure, I will go whither the wild rose blooms.
I take it you will help us. Wonderful.
Bah.
I knew you wouldn't let us down. But come, I would introduce you to your friends in the Order. Tell me, does the name Sharlayan ring any bells? It used
No.
to be one of Eorzea's 6 city-states, and was situated in the northwest of Aldenard. The Sharlayans were the keepers of wisdom both old and new. Their mastery over magic and ether was unsurpassed, and even the Garleans knew to fear them.
But that was a big was, I'm
Among
guessing.
their number, there were a noble few who devoted their lives to safeguarding the future of Eorzea. When the realm began its descent into chaos, and their countrymen fled for the motherland, they alone chose to remain here. These noble men and women were called the Archons. Those same brave souls stand before you now.
Okay.
The masked woman is Ida, and beside her is Popolimo. The two are charged with surveying the Twelveswood.
Ida's a badass.
Hello there.
It's just got such a cute voice.
Welcome.
I've probably heard it before, but I've slept
I
since
had
then.
every confidence that you would agree to help us.
Me too. Okay, my turn to introduce someone. That there is Thancred.
He is our man here in Ul'dah, Jewel of the Desert.
Welcome to the team. If I may, the lovely maiden beside me is named Y'shtola. Limsa Lominsa has the pleasure of being under her care.
Greetings. Last but not least is Urianger, who presides over all affairs within these halls. Pray seek him out whenever you have questions.
Now see, here's my issue with these names. I love them. But again, I'm pretty decent at pronouncing shit. That is not how I would pronounce that name. Urianger, not where I would have gone with that.
Dawn may banish even the darkest night.
Yo, Balthier!
The words of a dear friend. I am glad of our meeting.
That's totally Balthier. Awesome.
At the Battle of Carteneau, our leader was taken from us. But we did not stray from our purpose. We sought out Minfilia and others with her talent, and together established the Scions of the Seventh Dawn.
Along with the Archons, those blessed with the Echo play a pivotal role in our endeavor to forge a brighter tomorrow for the realm. Oh, I should also introduce you to Tataru, our clerk. She ensures that everything runs smoothly.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
In time,
I want to like
I hope you will
Lawless,
come
but
to think of us as family.
they're so know-me.
But without further ado, I would assign you your first task. Urianger, have the documents arrived from the students of Baldessian?
Aye, my lady. They arrived but recently.
We have received a request for aid from the Immortal Flames. Thancred, would you do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. Some days ago, a crystal caravan registered to Amagina and Sons mineral concern was waylaid and divested of its cargo. But there is more. Within a bell of the robbery, several people were reported missing from the shantytown outside the city.
At a glance, one would assume the involvement of bandits, kidnappers, and coincidence. Such crimes are hardly uncommon, and the Immortal Flames deal with their like almost every day. However, this time we have reason to believe that a primal is involved.
A primal's waylaying wagons full of cargo?
Aye. The evidence left behind implicates the Emolja, who are known worshippers of Ifrit.
Oh.
If we then consider the objects that were taken, there is no room left for doubt. The crimes were committed in the name of a primal.
That you may better understand the nature of our struggle with the primals, I would have you play the leading role in this investigation. You have my thanks. If there is aught you wish to know, I recommend you speak with Thancred. He is well versed in the affairs of Ulda.
Ever at your service, dear fellow.
I'm only helping you out till I hit level 30. Okay. Hello, Thancred. Ready to begin, are we? That's the spirit. So then, your mission is to investigate a crystal robbery and a spat of abductions. Crimes which we believe to be connected. Assuming we are correct, it is like that any discoveries we make in relation to one will further our understanding of the other. Now, since the attack on their caravan, our friends at Amaldina and Sons Mineral Concern have doubled security over all their shipments. In light of this, it is my judgment that the abductions should be our priority. According to our preliminary findings, the majority of the missing were last seen in the vicinity of Camp Drybone, so that would seem a fine place to begin. A fellow by the name of Simbard serves as the camp's de facto leader. Pay him a visit and see that he gives us his full cooperation. Buddy. Okay. I am Isambard, here to search for the missing folk, I take it. Minfilia sent word that an adventurer fitting your description would be along. She also warned us to be wary of the Emolja. It seems we know who the culprits are at the very least. Now, I bear no official title at this camp, but the people here have come to look to me for leadership. You have my word that I'll do all I can to help see the victims safely return. Let us get right to it. Then, Minfilia names the Emolja as culprits in this. You would do well to investigate them first. Much harm has been levied on these lands by Emolja hands. The flames burn where they might, but their light cannot stay the darkness in all places at all times. There have been brutal murders of Callers Church of Saint Adama Landama, innocents wishing no more than to pay their respects to the dead. The poor souls deserve a proper burial. I would see to the dead before mongrels catch their scent, but I know not if the Emolja still linger. Would you secure their remains for me, friend? You will find them on the eastern road. 12 willing, you may even come to learn something of what the Emolja seek in this area. It is good to see you returned. Were you able to secure the remains of our fallen? Sure was. With the bodies given back proper to the earth, the souls will find their way across to the other side. You have done a noble deed this day. I thank you. Now then, what of the Emolja? Did you see any? Surely such massive monstrosities as they cannot conceal their presence, much less take their quarry unawares. Ah, so there were Emolja remaining after all. I feared as much. Their part in the lowborn disappearing is all but confirmed. I sense there is more to this than meets the eye. The occasional Emolja raiding party would not account for people going missing in these kinds of numbers. The total is too great and the questions too many. It would not surprise me in the least to learn another hand in this. But whose? Countless travelers pass through Drybone every day. And even if it were one among them, how would we best discover who may be implicit in these vanishings? What say we turn an eye to the common folk themselves? It may be among them that we find reasons for these vanishings. Well, forbid it be so. There is a merchant by the name of Ungust who was born here in Drybone and grew up in the Golden Bazaar. A rough character, but he knows the people here better than anyone else. I'd wager he's at the inn, waffling away the day's earnings. Here, I'll write a note for you to show him, else he's not like to speak to you. Well, gods be damned, you're that bloody adventurer who threatened me back in Ul'dah. I am. What in the seven hells do you want with me now? Dear friend Belch, missing people, please help. Hiccup, yours Isambard. Folk around here are as wary as they come. They'll turn tail and run if you so much as pass wind nearby. Played them all for fools and coaxed some hard labor out of them, I did. If anything, they're even more timid than before. What with all the disappearances, you can go talk to them yourself if you don't believe me. Please, sir, just leave me be. Okay. I've nothing to say but this. I'll take who or whatever's been feeding off of us low folk. What do you want from me? I don't know anything, I swear. Please don't kill me. Just as I told you, wasn't it? The whole lot of them are terrified. Hiccup. There's been talk of folk getting abducted, but if you ask me, they simply up and moved on to a better place. This place isn't exactly Costa del Sol, if you know what I'm saying. Welcome back. Have you learned aught of import? I see. I suppose I should have expected as much from Ungust. Well, another thought occurred to me in your absence. The common folk are nothing if not fervent in their religious beliefs. Perhaps if they speak freely to their gods, then the clergy may know something of use. If we would know what the common folk speak of to their gods, we've no better place to ask than the Church of Saint Edema Landama. It is a small and humble church found to the northwest of here. And so long as you are headed there, might I ask you to deliver this embalmed corpse? A morbid request, I grant you, but it must be borne to burial, and I trust none more than you to see it done. Seek out a man named Marquess. He tends the graves of the Lich Yard. He will tell you where the body is to be interred. I am Marquess, yes. A body, of course. There have been so many bodies of late. I apologize, sir. You seek a place of burial, then there is an empty grave atop the ridge. Take the path, lay him to rest there. May they all walk in Thal's realm. What? Missing people? I'm afraid I cannot help you. But maybe Sister O'Curran can. She has been kind to me. Everyone has been so kind. Don't know why, though. Pardon me. You will find Sister O'Curran within the church walls. He's an odd fellow. I hear you have done us the service of burying a fallen soul. Please accept our gratitude and extend it to Isambard when next you see him. You seek knowledge of missing Drybone inhabitants? It is true, I am closer to the people than any other of the order. I confide in them, and they in me. When they wish to speak to their keeper, Thal, I am the medium through which they do. Should I learn anything pertinent, I will be sure to share the information with you. I only wish Marquess would be more helpful in the matter. I pray he did nothing to offend. He saw terrible things during the calamity. His scars run deep. Indeed, he seems to now prefer the company of the dead over the living. While tragic, I fear such behavior ill befits the church. I received word not long ago that one of our recent visitors, a man named Thancred, I believe, took offense at his conduct. I must have words with Marquess and soon. Thank you. A burial is not so easy thing. No easy thing. Even when the departed is a stranger, were you able to learn aught of the missing common folk? You've been keeping yourself rather busy of late, haven't you? Well, yeah, that's my job. A pleasure, my dear Isambard. My name is Thancred, and I share a passion with you and our mutual friend here for learning what has become of these missing persons and why. I too spoke with Ungust more times than I care to count. There seems to be some truth to this notion of the common folk speaking their secrets only to those in service to the gods. Prostration, prayer, penance, abject deeds done behind closed doors, away from prying eyes. Who better to take the pious unawares than she who takes confession, the good sister O'Curran herself? O'Curran? She couldn't. Even the most beautiful roses have thorns, my friend, and you would be wise to keep an eye to this rose. Still, the Lich Keeper Marquess, I swear to the 12 I've seen that face elsewhere before. Sister O'Curran, it cannot be, though she is wont to travel to the Golden Bazaar on her own, and it's not uncommon to see her speaking to the children, but no, it could not be she, could it? I grow weary of these suspicions. I know there is one child in particular that she is fond of. Pray seek out the boy, and see if you cannot glean something from him about O'Curran's activities. Please help. Sister O'Curran went out all on her own and hasn't come back. She always reads to me right here about Thal and the Order and the other side. I told her I lost my shiny thing and she went looking for it. But what if the monsters outside hurt her? Please find her. Rotting mage and rotting pikeman. These people don't seem too friendly. You are the one from the church. Thank goodness you arrived when you did. It seems my gratitude is yours yet again. You spoke with the child? Yes, well, I was able to find his lost trinket. It is a ring given him by his mother before she passed. I will see it safely back to him. Sister O'Curran was attacked outside the Golden Bazaar? Gods forfend. I will secure a room at the inn for her should she require any rest. Searching for the mementos of orphans and risking her own well-being in the doing, no less? Certainly not the dastardly deeds Thancred would have us believe. I am well glad I reserved that inn room for Sister O'Curran. It seems she received greater injuries from her attackers than she initially let on. Thankfully, she is expected to make a full recovery. But now on to the matter at hand. Thancred came looking for you once more. He left word that he will be waiting at the Amalja encampment to the southeast. I pray the two of you are able to uncover some evidence regarding these disappearances. Ah, there you are, Falca. So good of you to come. Indeed, I've heard all about good Sister O'Curran. Isambard said her wounds were serious. It would seem my suspicions about the poor Rose were misplaced. But false though they were, perhaps my suspicions were not entirely without merit. Whilst following Sister O'Curran near the Golden Bazaar, a band of Amalja caught my eye. I tracked them as far as this encampment, but, well, let us say I would much prefer to keep my distance and remain here. This, of course, brings me to why I requested you, dear Falketh. Would you be so kind as to take a look inside? Here, leaflet. Well, did anything tickle your fancy? The leaflet. See the wealth of Nald to the hands of your children. It looks to be some sort of assembly to provide the poor with work. The lettering, though, atrocious, is it not? These bits about Nald Thal seem somewhat less than studied. I find it hard to believe one among the order penned this. Pray take this to the inn at Camp Drybone. Let us see what Sister O'Curran makes of it. My Savior comes again. To what do I owe the honor this day? What is this? Blasphemous. These are not our teachings at all. This was not made by any true brother or sister of the order. Of that I can assure you. Come to think of it, weeks ago the church was plagued by missing garments. Could someone be posing as a priest of the order to deceive the people? The plot thickens, Falkith. Our culprit pretends to be a priest to lend credence to his deception. There is no doubt an irony in there somewhere, but I suspect we have a worthy adversary on our hands. I shall consider how best to handle this. For now, tell Isambard what we have learned here. Posing as a priest, to think. These troubling notions aside, it is gratifying to finally be able to move this investigation forward. Thank you once again, Falkith. I shall keep my ears and eyes open, now more than ever. I'm afraid I have not seen any unusual activity, nor have any at this camp given me cause to doubt them, but unless we can identify the culprit, and soon more innocents will fall victim. Do not despair just yet, my friend. An idea occurs to me. Our suspect has been posing as a priest, using leaflets bearing false promise to lure the poor. Let Falkith and me serve like with like by posing as impoverished souls in need of succor. I dare to hope that this will yield us answers we seek. It will be a dangerous undertaking, but you two are more than capable of looking after yourselves. I am next to useless in battle, but I can supply the garments for the disguise. These old tunics and slops should serve your needs so long as you don't mind the smell and the stains. These will serve very well. You have my thanks. Listen, Falkith, so as to lay the foundation of our little ploy, we must make it widely known that more vagrants have arrived at the camp and are desperate for coin. To this end, I want you to don the old garments Isambard has lent us and beg for work around the camp. Before long, the false priest should catch wind and approach us. I preach the teachings of Izema, the warden. Hast thou come to partake the honey of her wisdom? Zema is the keeper of the sun goddess of inquiry. All is laid bare beneath the light of her divine countenance. Open thy heart to this light, needy child, and thou shalt want for naught till the end of days. And I was about to get to the good part. Looking for work, you say? Sorry, but we don't have any openings. Now get out of here so I can finish my story. And you are? Another refugee by the looks of you. The immortal flames have neither work nor coin for your like. Be gone and see to it that you don't make a nuisance of yourself. What is it? God's not again. Look, being poor doesn't give you the right to pester whomsoever you like. Why don't you keep with your own kind out by that muddy pond of yours at Drybone? Greetings, good sir. Is there aught I might assist you with? Oh, I don't believe there is. I'm afraid our wares are very expensive. Mayhap you should rejoin your fellows out at the pond north of the Sandgate. You have quite a knack for being a nuisance, Falkith. The camp is abuzz with talk of newly arrived vagrants, and though we were unable to attract our wayward transgressor, we were able to learn that the poor have a commune by the pond north of Sandgate, the east of here. The eyes of the authorities do not reach that place, rather ideal for spiriting away hapless souls. Let us go there and wait for the kindly priest to come and offer us aid and comfort. Needless to say, you'll need to remain in disguise. Hello, Thancred. A fine evening for catching false priests, wouldn't you say? You look absolutely smashing, Falkith. Positively dressed for deception. All that's left, then, is to wait for our quarry to appear. Aha! Oh, you poor unfortunate souls. This is no way for men to live, no way at all. Who are you? What do you want? At ease, child, for I mean you no harm. I am a priest of the Order of Naldthal. Yeah, and I come to offer you succor. This leaflet bears the teachings of Nald. Trust to them, and they will surely set you free from the shackles of tyranny. A tempting offer, but I'm afraid I must decline. On account of that atrocious performance, you would have made a god's awful murmur, Ungust. What? How did you know? You bastards tricked me. Please don't hurt me. I was only doing it to protect my people. Don't fucking lie to me, bitch. Is that so? Do continue. Very well. I am a man of the Golden Bazaar, raised there, if not born. Some moons ago, the Amalja raids began. They would appear sudden as a sandstorm and plunder and pillage at will. Our defenders couldn't stand against them. Few as they were, everyone lived in fear. I wanted to save my people, but being a merchant was all I knew, and so I did the only thing a merchant could. I approached the Amalja in hopes of brokering a deal. In return for sparing the Golden Bazaar, they made demands, outrageous ones. Demands? Of what kind, pray tell? First of all, they wanted the schedule for crystal shipments from the Nanawa mines. For this, I bribed one of the workers to leak me the information. Next, they wanted me to bring them people, so I posed as a priest to lure in the vulnerable and give them over to the Amalja. I didn't have a choice. Protecting one's home is a noble thing, but at the cost of innocence, you could have sought the aid of the immortal flames, yet you did not. I suspect you are not telling me the full story. What made you sell out your own people? Speak. The mumble was good. What did you say? The coin was good, I said. I could sell mole meat for a score of lifetimes and not even see a fraction of what the Amalja pay me. You sacrificed innocence so that you could line your own pockets. Words fail to express the contempt I feel for you. Spare me your contempt. If you want to blame someone for the mess the world's in, then blame yourselves or the gods. Not you again. Were you the one leaking the immortal flames patrol routes to the enemies as well? Spit it out. No, I know nothing about that, I swear it. At this stage, I'm rather disinclined to believe aught that leaves your mouth, but no matter, there'll be time enough to learn the truth. Falkith, be a good man and take word of these developments to Minfilia, would you? My eyes aren't working. I shall prize everything I can out of this filth. The abductees are still somewhere out there. Our foremost priority is to rescue them. Welcome back, Falkith. I am pleased that you and Thancred have been getting along. I see. You have done well to uncover the truth. My thanks for the report. As Thancred said, we must ascertain where the abducted were taken, and none but the Amalja know the answer. Suffice it to say, they will not willingly part with this information. I fear blood will be spilled before it is all said and done. Dog is barking for no reason. Ba, 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 ba. Though we seek a peaceful solution to the primal problem, we must needs be ready to fight for our cause. That you might take to the field suitably prepared, I would have you meet with a goblin acquaintance of mine. His name is Mutime Bubblypots. Okay, and he is a scholar of no small repute. Mutime is renowned for having introduced a revolutionary method of enhancing equipment to Eorzea. The knowledge of this method was once a closely guarded secret, but thanks to Mutime and his students, it has now been disseminated to the great benefit of all the realm. It would serve you well to acquire an understanding of this process. For this purpose, I shall lend you a blade. Take it to Mutame and bid him use it to demonstrate his craft to you. Mutame is ever to be found at his camp in central Thanalan, a place known as the Bonfire. Look for a pillar of smoke, and the way will become clear. Shh, ska. Who is Uplander come to tent ring of Mutame Bubblypots? The fuck? Fighty Tool drinks in Ares self. The fuck? When full of Ares self, Fighty Tool changes to Stony Shine, name of Materia. If Materia join with other Fighty Tool, then Beegis Fighty Tool gains power of Ares self. Mutame is reckoning that Uplander is friend of Menphilia. Sure. Yes, tongue flaps reach ears of Mutame with fastness. Menphilia wants Uplander to see power of Materia. Uplander brings Fighty Tool to Mutame. Yes? Fighty Tool is unstrong as Eating Tool. Make good teachy show of power of Materia. Why does this goblin have a nutsack on its face? The Materia Master. Now eyes of Uplander point at Fighty Tool, yes? Materia join with Fighty Tool. Fighty Tool gains power of Materia. Fighty Tool reborn. Here, Uplander, take Fighty Tool to Menphilia. Materia, strictly speaking, is a kind of crystal. It is created by reducing equipment into its etheric constituents and then crystallizing them. Not just any old equipment will serve, mind you, it must have sufficient spirit bond. That being a measure of how fully an item has been imbued with its owner's spirit. So this is the purpose of spirit bonding. When you attach a piece of materia to gear, you imbue the host item with its power. That's how Master Mutame turned that dagger of yours from something as would have struggled to cut steak into a weapon worth wielding. Uplander wishes to be joiner of Materia? Then Uplander best fill brain case with knowings of crafty making. With knowings of crafty making, Uplander can become joiner of Materia. If Uplander wants brain case to rattle with knowings of Materia, Uplander best trade tongue flaps with learny ones of Mutame. Welcome back, Falkith. I trust your visit to the bonfire proved fruitful. Ah, what a remarkable difference a single piece of materia can make. Granted, the skills needed to manipulate the substance are not easily acquired, but one need only look upon the results to realize that such efforts are worthwhile. As I am sure you are aware, the quality of one's equipment can be the difference between victory and defeat. Materia may well give you the edge you need, Falkith, so make it your ally. Now it is time we discuss the matter of your next mission. Pray speak with me when you are ready to begin. Do. Word has arrived from Thancred concerning our ongoing investigation. It appears he was able to extract some information from our friend Ungust, the false priest. He revealed that he is due to meet with the Amalja to discuss their dealings. The Immortal Flames believe that the meeting will present an ideal opportunity to ambush and capture the Amalja responsible for the abductions, and so they mean to have Ungust attend as planned. As the Amalja are anticipated to offer fierce resistance, the Immortal Flames have requested our support. I would have you provide it to them, Falkith. Thancred is presently attending to another matter, but will join you as soon as he is able. Until such time as he does, you will be the Scion's sole representative on the ground. Before he left, he bade me tell you to save some for him, such as his confidence in you, a confidence I share. When you have made ready, pray take yourself to Camp Drybone and report to the Flame Sergeant leading the mission. May you walk in the light of the crystal. You're Falkith Underi of the Scions. My thanks for coming, friend. We're stronger for your assistance. Allow me to brief you on our mission. Our objective is to capture Amalja and prize from them the whereabouts of the abductees. The lizard men aren't aware that their man Ungust has been exposed. When they come to the rendezvous point to meet the traitor, we'll spring the trap. Owing to the clandestine nature of the mission, and deploy only a small contingent, every member must count, and so we requested the aid of the Scions. The rendezvous will take place at the Invisible City. Please make your way there and lie in wait. We stand to learn much and more of the Amalja plot if the mission succeeds. Falkith, let's make sure it does. Ah! Hello, piece of sheet. The bait in place. Our man is in position, sir. Good. We make our move as soon as the Amalja appear. Yes, sir. They are so badass. Wah! What is the meaning of this? Wait, something's amiss. Oh, shit. It's a trap. It's a trap. Oh, no. Fucking bastards. I'm afraid your little ambush ends here. I eluded the Immortal Flame's clutches for moons before finally being caught. Did you not wonder how I managed it? It was almost as if someone was feeding him information from the inside. Aye, your every movement was known to me ahead of time. Now, as much as I'd love to chat a while, I have appointments to keep. They're all yours. Son of bitch shit. Oh. The fuck? No, I call bullshit. I killed them all. Damn it. Put up your weapon or your comrade's dead man. Behind you. Fucking sleeped me. Fuck. Bring him. The rest of you, march. Damn it. Traitorous scum. I fear the Amalja mean to give us to their god as an offering. If I must die, then let me die a soldier's death, with steel in hand. What we got going on here? Lord of the Inferno, hearken to your plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech your grace with us, your divine presence. I'm gonna sound like a babbling buffoon, but I don't want to spend too long in the cutscene because people are waiting. Yo, Ifrit looks fucking badass. Yeah, boy. Almighty Ifrit, we bring before your ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please your lord, scorch the heathen souls, cleansing flames, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells. Bring those two as well. What's going on? This ain't what we agreed. None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the right of summoning these souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No, spare me, I beg you. Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as loyal minions, feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. Fucking badass. Almighty Ifrit, my one true God. Oh, one true God. Your words are my bread. Not it. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist master's will? Yo, this cutscene's taken way too long. Could it be? Your souls already belong to another? Yes, the only explanation. Let's do this. Person frail. Blessing. One. Smell another taint. Why are you smelling my taint? This is so badass. Nice. I just slayed a fucking primal, baby. Yo, what is this shit? Do I have to gather up the fucking... Do I have to rescue the fucking maidens out of the crystals? So I can fight the four fiends? So that Dumbledore can send me my letter? And I can throw the one ring into a lake to get a sword? Pray forgive my lateness. Thancred. I've got it all handled, Mibuki. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalji zealots. I swear each seemed more evangelical than the last. Persistent lot. Yo! Bankred. Badass, dude. Phew. I see the blood-sworn wasted no time in extracting their captives, no less than I expect from the Flame General's hand-picked men. I really hope people aren't still waiting for me. They shouldn't be. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Falketh. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You have been given a veritable baptism of fire. It's all good. I got this. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir. Let us GTFO. So that was the mighty Ifrit, Hero Tolskevia. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Uldan interference into account. You should know better than to rely upon 5-year-old data left by the 7th Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time here. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read, but I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by the adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? I bet you I will. Perhaps, but that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. Inky. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Hi, there you are, Falketh. Come rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath, for a time at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds, for once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Falketh. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to me bearing the tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you are good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Thancred told us of the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. My late arrival nearly cost Falkith his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner, and I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly, just as I am failing you all. What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Yeah, quit blaming yourself, dude. It's okay. Falkith, it is good to see you again. Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits. Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us. The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear, and now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal Ifrit. Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been rife in both Limsa Lominsa and Gridania of late. I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume ether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more ether they require. Now, ether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of ether. Crystals. It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal. Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of ether. However, when the world is plunged into chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together or etheric coalescence which grants the being's physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their gods become. But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subject. Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remain unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When first you came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why. The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding. While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief that you are of your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Falkith. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself. Whether she intended to or no, Menphilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best you heard from one of us. It concerns the tempered abductees that were rescued. I'm sorry to report that all are to be put to death. The flames with whom you were imprisoned, included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse, but once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Volkith. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses of his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me, how many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger.